and un-American losers. I'm Hope Violence, and this is Violence on the Truth. Tonight, I want to talk about all the great things our great and glorious leader, Donald John Jacob Jingleheimer, dollar bills, fat stacks, no whammies Trump, is doing to improve, yes, improve our economy. Now, if you only listen to the Democrats and the never-Trumper dead-enders, you might think our glorious economy is in trouble. Oh no, Trump blew it. It's a disaster. This is not working for working people and blah, blah, blah. Just listen to these doom and gloomers bloviate.
Okay, but we thought this trade thing was kind of on the back burner, but I guess not. So it's this constant scramble of trying to figure out what policy looks like, and then in turn, what that policy is going to mean for the economy. And it's kind of an impossible task.
And there's also questions when you're talking about the debt and the deficit about the U.S. dollar and whether it is the once and will always be almighty dollar.
Mr. Speaker, we're not rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic tonight. We're putting coal in the boiler and setting a course for the iceberg. If something is beautiful, you don't do it after midnight.
God! And this man calls himself a Republican? Clearly, this little baby is up past his baby boy bedtime. The way these sad sacks talk, you'd think they want the economy to fail, even if it hurts them, as long as it makes glorious leader look bad. And don't get me wrong, some of them really are that conniving. But most of these losers are just missing the big picture because they're typical clueless liberals. They're like monkeys, unable to see the 17-dimensional chess that Trump is actually winning big time at the big boys table. Do these pouty nihilists even know what winning is? Probably not, but it doesn't matter. None of their hand-wringing can stop the Trump train's inevitable arrival at Victory Station. Woo woo! In fact, there's only one thing that can, which is if everyone stops believing he is the master artist of the deal. You must believe that Trump is the master artist of the deal. But hey, if my hex didn't work on you, then allow me to explain why these so-called facts from self-appointed experts are just hogwash and propaganda from American haters. First, let's talk about tariffs. Any regular viewers of my show know I love me some good tariffs. I want to hike up those prices at the border faster than a sexually frustrated mom hikes up her skirt at a club on a Saturday night just to see if her husband even notices her milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard, which I mentioned strictly as a metaphor and certainly not to shake you out of your 5-year stupor, Barry. But that said, some of you are awfully confused about how tariffs actually work. So what do tariffs do? I'll let the big man explain.
We've had talks with many countries, over 70. They all want to come in. Our problem is can't see that many that fast. But we don't have to because, as you know, the tariffs are on and the money is pouring in at a level that we've never seen before. And it's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for other countries.
See? More money, no problems. And to think they call this great man Taco. Yes, I agree if by taco you mean totally awesome, cool oligarch, which he totally is, provided you're not these assholes.
Some of the breaking news coming in. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, is issuing a new warning today, warning the company will have to raise prices due to President Trump's tariffs.
Bad Walmart. I'm sorry, did anyone tell you to pass that cost along to the consumer as if that wasn't a direct insult to our president and way of life? No, they did not. You shut up and you eat that cost, Walmart. You shut up and you choke that down and you eat that cost. Eat it for America. But hey, if you really don't like tariffs, don't sweat it. Dear leader was only joking.
It's called negotiation. You set a number. And if you go down, if I set a number at a ridiculous high number and I go down a little bit, a little bit, they want me to hold that number.
You see? What did I, Taco, tell you? You must believe Donald Trump. Did I say tariffs would make us rich? No, that's what you heard. It's the threat of tariffs that makes us rich. They're just a bargaining chip wielded with deftness by our bargainer-in-chief. He says tariffs on, stocks go down. Tariffs off, they shoot right back up. You would know this if you were a 17-dimensional chess player, but you're not, and he is. So stop mewling, sit back, and let Daddy drive. But I can hear a few of you still whining. What about long-term damage to America's credibility? Well, that brings me to my second point, which is shut up and you're wrong because no one cares. Whoa, boo-hoo. Moody says we're not at AAA anymore, and the dollar might no longer be the reserve currency of the world, and even the bond market has become volatile. So what? It's about time we shook some shit up. Those brave enough to ride these monster waves of volatility are about to catch some sick air. As for the rest of you, it's not my fault you never learned how to surf. Get on that board, dummy. You need to stop listening to people like this.
The country's fiscal health has been going in the wrong direction for a really long time. So lagging indicator maybe, but it is a warning sign, quite frankly, that the United States does not have its financial house in order.
And start following investors with some real smarts like my colleague, Brian Johnson Balls.
Steve Bannon told me where to invest my life savings, and between you and me, these anti-cuck pills are gonna make me so rich. Ugh. I think I just jizzed a little. Must be these pills, right? They're so good. I'm gonna have another one right now. Mm. Oh, yeah.
Finally, I want to talk about the all-encompassing backstop to all this calamity, which is glorious leaders' long-promised, big, beautiful bill. This is the big budget vision we need to finally get our economy back on a sustainable path. Once we cut all the namby-pamby, do-nothing, Biden garbage such as Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, and and give money to, yes, the rich, aka our job creators. Blessed may they be now and forever, amen, and may I get that bonus. I mean, come on. We're all going to be so very, very wealthy. And all of this relies on a character trait that the rad left doesn't seem capable of, which is trust. Trust that Big Daddy Trump is the artist of the deal. Trust that when you put your money in the hands of moneymakers, they're going to make more money for you. And remember, none of these doomsayers have a crystal ball. Nobody can predict the future. That's impossible. Now let me tell you what's really going to happen. Sure, we'll have some shocks to the system. That's bound to happen when you've got someone crazy in charge. Crazy like a fox. But remember, Taco Lord is doing mad cool finance stuff you will never understand. So just sit back and relax and trust that dear leader has rigged this game of 17-dimensional chess so you cannot possibly lose. So next time you're forced to endure one of these messengers of an impending financial apocalypse, just tell them. Believe in glorious leader. And watch as Trump's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Are you watching, Barry? You better be. I'm Hope Violence, and this has been Violence on the Truth.